There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1956. This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line. Let's go now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 38, rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here we go. 10-2
Watch tight ends right. Watch tight.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. This is the tight end Fant. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. 2nd tight end taken in the draft. And amazingly, the 2nd Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hockenson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. To throw it is Locke. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Didn't have a receiver. Open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Hey, orbit.
Locked to throw for it on fourth. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Todd Davis, the Broncos' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease and they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go. 50, plant. 6-6, pull it high.
Switch. 35's the mic.
Go.
Screen.
Hey, high 7. Go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He'll buy some. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Packers pick it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
319.
To throw is Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. This is caught, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Clock now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
The Broncos
We
take
play
over
to win.
1st and 10
Let's go.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Jones. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 23.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll get this one to Patrick. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
218, chop.
First down, Denver.
Kill.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 44, Locke. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Rodgers now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Rodgers now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Hey, wahoo!
On first and 10, here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this will be caught at the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On second down now, it's Lindsey. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And McManus able to put it through, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
They'll run it with Jones. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now it's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
It's a gain of 11.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Bravo!
Here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards on first down. It's Jones, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5.
First and goal at the 7.
Now Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. The kick by Crosby is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Locke escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Locke going to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
On second down, it's Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Hey, take 26. Go.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
25 yards there on the catch and run. A big spot now for the rookie Locke. Riddick with a carry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. This one complete to Coleman. That goes for a gain of 31.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Here's Locke. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Again, it's Jones. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Rodgers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Important extra point up and through, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another run by Lindsey. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. To throw it is Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Throwing now is Locke, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rodgers to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Lindsey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So how about that comeback that we just witnessed going into the fourth quarter? I don't know that we had written them off, but it looked bleak. They were able to get it done.
They put up a barrage of points and reeling them in and running them down and winning it. Wouldn't you love to be in their locker room right now? Think about the energy that's radiating out of there right now. They're talking about belief, sticking together, and finding a way to win.
So for the Broncos, it's back-to-back victory.